Watches, a marvel in technology that could take a clock off your bedroom wall and put it onto your wrist. The need to track time has been linked to luxury, for the poor didn't value time and the rich never had enough. Time is an asset, but so is health. Smartwatches are the new innovation that does so much more than tick around numbers and let you numerologically track your vitals. But a fitness tracker that doesn't want you to stay fit? A fitness tracker that toys with your mind? Is it even safe? Research says, no, it's not. Imagine the fear of a 70-year-old woman who has a heart disease equipped with a smartwatch and is constantly checking her heart rate. A woman who was recently diagnosed with a heart condition that made her heartbeats irregular. As if that wasn't enough, she soon found out about another unrelated health issue. But here's where things took an unexpected turn. The woman started experiencing bouts of anxiety, and guess what? It was all because of her smartwatch. Those repetitive notifications about her heart rate going up and down ended up making her feel overwhelmed and flustered. Now, this is subjective, but it is a problem that needs attention. In a revealing study conducted by Lindsay Roseman, a professor at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, the story of the 70-year-old woman took a significant turn. Over the course of a year, she had recorded a staggering 916 electrocardiograms using her smartwatch. The constant stream of heart rate notifications from her device led her to believe that her cardiac function was deteriorating. The impact of this constant worry and frequent visits to healthcare providers had a profound negative effect on her mental health, relationships, and overall quality of life. Eventually, she was diagnosed with illness anxiety disorder by a cardiac psychologist. This woman's case is not unique. Lindsay Roseman revealed that many patients with heart conditions such as arrhythmias, palpitations, or irregular heartbeats come to clinics armed with stacks of papers filled with data from their smartwatches. In fact, some of these instances include the elderly going 12 times a month to the ER due to these smartwatches and their reading. They find something abnormal with elevated heart rates when, in fact, it's normal. These false alarms might be an inconvenience in the ER detaining other pressing issues, but as I said before, these could lead to anxiety issues, and there have been reports of people going through rigorous behavioral therapy caused by the sheer anxiety, when all it is would be a glass of beer last night or a late-night movie that caused the spike. Tools are there to ease our lives and enrich them, but in this case, you're not using the tool, but the tool is using you instead. Back in 2017, Elsie LeClaire, a 46-year-old woman from Northampton, Massachusetts, received a free fitness tracker from her health insurance provider as part of her wellness benefits. Already an active individual engaged in swimming, yoga, and regular walks, she thought the tracker would help maintain her motivation. Initially, LeClaire found joy in tracking her steps and monitoring her heart rate. The newfound information was intriguing and novel. However, after a few months, something changed. The fitness tracker began to transform into a yardstick against which she measured herself. The simple pleasure of walking and appreciating her surroundings took a backseat to meeting step targets. Instead of enjoying the beauty of the sky or the soothing touch of moss-covered trees, her focus shifted to worrying about maintaining a sufficiently high heart rate. When she woke up each day, her first thought was consumed by the question, "Will I reach my step goal today?" LeClaire's experience highlights the shift from enjoying physical activities to fixating on meeting the demands set by the tracker. The human connection to nature and the present moment became overshadowed by the pressure to achieve certain numerical targets, ultimately impacting her mindset and outlook on exercise. Despite Elsie LeClaire's initial attempts to ignore the presence of her fitness tracker and let it track her data without much thought, she found it increasingly challenging to do so. The constant notifications and reminders about her progress became intrusive, and she longed for the simple freedom of going for a walk without the device constantly interrupting her. Finally, one day, LeClaire reached a breaking point. Frustrated by the tracker's constant demands for attention, she made a decisive choice. Without hesitation, she removed the device from her wrist and tossed it into the wastebasket in her bathroom, symbolically severing the attachment that had become burdensome to her. Constantly checking the app or fixating on steps and measurements can lead individuals to derive their self-worth from these numbers. This obsession, if left untreated, can contribute to mental health disorders, including depression. Interestingly, fitness trackers can even discourage exercise altogether. Steph Gaudreau, a nutritional therapy practitioner and strength coach, shares the experience of one of her clients who purchased a tracker to feel motivated for regular walks. Paradoxically, the tracker had the opposite effect. The client expressed that if she couldn't reach the prescribed 10,000 step goal, she wouldn't bother walking at all.